When you look at a regular all-purpose zip, the zip ball has teeth showing. So you can compare this to the invisible zip where there are no teeth showing. The teeth are hidden underneath. Before you get started, why not watch the tutorial for neatening the raw edges, called the Finishing Seams video. Once you have your pieces prepared, you can then lay the zip on top. The invisible zip has a spring in it. So to make it sit in the foot, you're going to need to press it flat so that the spring is over like this. Set the iron to a cooler heat and quickly press. You don't want to melt the zip. The fabric here is at least an inch longer than the zip opening. We're using a 9-inch zip. The top of the zip tape lines up with the top of the skirt opening. The plastic stop points are ½ an inch away from this edge. What you want to do is line up the top of the zip tape with the top of the skirt opening. You can see the plastic stops are ½ an inch away from the edge. What you want to do is put a mark on both sides that mark the stop points for your sewing. Start by pinning the zip, measuring 5/8 of an inch from the coil to the edge. Using parallel pins, keep checking the distance so it's really even. Keep an eye on your markers. Change the sewing foot to an invisible zip foot. Unscrew and remove the standard foot. And replace with a zip foot. There are handy grooves to enable you to sew easily without jamming the plastic. Hit the stop point, and this is a stress point in the garment, so do a couple of back stitches to strengthen the area. Take the second side over, turn to the other side, and what you need to do is make the edges match up. Once that's in position, pop a little pin just to anchor the corner. And then we need to open the zip to pin the remaining section. Put a pin through the zip next to the stitching before the beginning, so we can mark clearly the same spot on the other side. Mark 5/8 of an inch from the edge. Parallel pin. sew the second side with the zip in the right-hand groove of the zip foot. And pull out the loop till it's a tail. Make a knot. And your invisible zip is nearly finished. Anchor the tape with a pin. Pin to show where the seam will start. Mark with a chalk where you want to start sewing your lower seam. And carefully put in the first stitches. You can hand turn the wheel for more control. Then backstitch to secure. And sew down the rest of the seam with a 1.5 cm seam allowance. Knot the thread off as before and snip so you can press. Press the seam open. Lightly press on the right side and remove the tailor's tacks. Now you need a row of stitching through the zip tape and the seam allowance for just above the zip opening to the zip tape. This is called top stitching. Pin the zip on the seam only. Using the zipper foot, backstitch to start and sew the zip to the seams. Snip the ends.